I wondered, the last time I bought pineapples, which wasn't very long ago, I was saying to my husband, I said, this would make, the top of it would make such a pretty plant. I wonder if you can grow that once you cut it away or tear it away or however you remove it. And he kind of laughed at me, thought I was silly, and said, yeah, okay, plant that and see what happens. Well, I have learned that you can, in fact, plant that and make it root, and it will grow a beautiful plant. Now, here's something that I didn't know, and maybe most people don't know. I don't know. But each pineapple plant will sprout the pineapple from the center, and they will only produce one pineapple. One plant, one pineapple. That's it. Then, because it is producing the fruit, it will then regerminate the soil below, sprouting a new plant, which would sprout another pineapple. But it's only one pineapple per season, from the way I understand it. I thought that was really interesting. Because I think, sometimes we think about the price of a pineapple and we go, oh my God, they're so expensive. But when you look at it in terms of each plant only produces one pineapple, I kind of understand the price of them, At any rate, a cheap place to get pineapples, by the way, if you have an Aldi in your area, they're usually just $1.19, and usually they are really good. I have 2 left here to cut up, and 2 tops still to put in water and try and root them. So I'll show you that process of how I learned how you can grow these tops into a plant. And I think in a well-lit area that is stayed at a reasonable temperature, you may be able to produce a fruit from it. However, you have to be able to germinate that fruit. So if you have it in a pot and you're growing it, say, in your house, and you're wanting it to bear fruit, what I learned is if you cut up an apple and you put it on the soil with your pineapple top, then cover it with a bag of some sort, leave it at least overnight, it will germinate, creating another pineapple. Interesting, right? Okay, so that's enough babbling. Let's get on with showing you how to root one of these tops and grow it, like as a house plant, or even outside if you live in a climate that will allow it. I live in Oklahoma, where we have pretty harsh temperatures in the wintertime, so this would not make a good outside plant for me, but it would make a great inside plant for me. So you have 1 or 2 options to remove the top. You can either cut it off and then clean off the cut part, or I find the simplest way is to grab the pineapple and grab the top like this, and then just twist the top and the pineapple. You're going to twist the top towards you and the pineapple away from you, so that you get a nice top like this. Okay, so now that we've removed the top from the pineapple, we need to, one, take away this tag that they put on here. So I'm going to use my knife. You could use scissors. I'm just using what's handy. There we go. Okay, and we can't put this in water like it is. We need to peel away some of the green here, and we'll peel it probably up to about where my finger is. The leaves are pretty easy to remove. You just start at the bottom and just start peeling them off. I need to find the ones that are easiest to remove first, and that's just what I do. You do what works for you, but you want to be careful that you don't tear off any roots that may already be growing. You have 1 of 2 ways that you can root this top here. You can put it in water in a few inches of water, depending on the size of your glass, that is, or vase, or whatever it is that you put it in. Or you could plant it directly in soil. I personally have been successful at putting it in water and letting it grow its roots, and then I'm going to plant it in the soil once it's got great roots. Take away some of these leaves here. And you just kind of work your way around it, peeling away these leaves, because you need enough of an area for the roots to grow without rotting the greenery, because you don't want to rot the greenery. If you rot the greenery, then it's all junk and you have to throw it away and start over. So what has been successful for me is tearing away X amount of these leaves and then putting just a tiny bit of water into a glass and then popping this down into the glass. Now you need to change the water every 2 to 3 days to keep it fresh. That's what I have found has been most successful for me growing roots so far. And on the rotting part, I found that out through personal experience. I put too much water in the glass. I knew better, and I did it. You know, the only thing I can do is own it, and start over. Because once you, like I said, make it rotten, it's a done deal. You got to throw it away and start again. Okay, one more leaf. Now we have a pretty good area to start with, and as you can see, there's already some little roots right here. See there? I don't know if you can see them. Let me see if I can get a little bit closer. All those little brown things there are little roots. There, that's a little bit better angle. Right there. Those are roots. So this one will root relatively fast. And once it does start growing roots and they get a pretty good size, you don't want to just keep leaving them in water. Once they get pretty good roots, you need to go ahead and put it in soil. Okay, so here I have a glass with, probably 2 inches of water in it. And the reason why I have so much water in this glass is, as you can see, with the way the leaves are and really full, I didn't want to cram it down in the glass. So I put just enough that just the bottom part where the roots are is in the water. And, again, in 2 to 3 days, I'll need to change my water. And then once the roots really start to grow pretty well, I can move it from water and put it into soil.